Hey guys, Mr. Jalapeno here with another little home maintenance tip. So in a lot of the communities that I work in, they use MDF for all the trim, right? So all the baseboard, the casing, and what ends up happening, especially here in the showers, is if there's an excess of moisture or, water spilled or whatever, sometimes the water will get underneath the baseboard. The baseboard will absorb all that water and then it'll just swell up. It'll, look discolored, and then you have the potential for mold. So what you want to do here is I always recommend caulking, where the baseboard meets the floor. That way no water gets underneath. So what I like to do is place a little bit of blue tape about a 1/16 away from the baseboard, just because I want that water not to seep underneath there. And what I'm going to use is extreme stretch caulking. Look, it says crack proof and waterproof. And I like it because if there's any movement or, the house settles a little bit, it's not going to crack and it's not going to be as bad as like just the regular caulking. Once you apply the caulking, you want to make sure you always have a wet rag with you. That way you don't make a mess, right? And then it helps your finger kind of glide through the blue tape and the baseboard. Just make sure it doesn't come out the sides, because then it's going to look pretty bad. And then look, just always wet rag, and the homeowners have the paint, so that's always a plus. I'm going to cut in with my brush, right? Just make sure, I probably like 10-15 minutes before I paint it. Just make sure you don't dig out the caulking, because it'll defeat the purpose, right? We want it to be super waterproof. And then also I'm using a foam roller because I'm going to just, roll the whole baseboard. Overall, it's going to look much, much better. It's going to be like I barely installed this baseboard, super new. It was a little bit dirty, just make sure you wipe off the area before you put the blue tape, or, you don't want any of the debris going onto the baseboard, especially if you just strained out your paint. But that's pretty much it. Look, pull your tape, nice straight lines. I waited like 10 minutes before I pulled my tape. I don't want it to dry because the caulking will sometimes get stuck to the blue tape and then you won't have nice straight lines. But that's pretty much it. Look, water won't seep underneath and no mold, no replacing baseboard. Jalapeno Solutions. Boom.